we have implemented full policy lifecycle with Federato as of today. So that includes submission ingestion, underwriting, rating, quoting, binding, issuing, endorsing, renewing, etc.
Traditionally speaking, a submission might come in. It might take up to 24 hours for the human to digest the information, key it into the application, and then pass that off to the underwriter.
And that's not the most effective way. But what has happened with the 2 programs that we've recently launched with Federato, that's all been automated. So you kind of have your submission documents just come into an email box, and it does what it needs to do in terms of extracting the data and then being able to populate that. That's a huge win for us in terms of how efficient and how effective you can make that end-to-end.
Well, the Federato application is processing that in minutes. And so it's doing all the things that we have to do from a due diligence and clearance standpoint. But again, that's all automated. So it's not requiring the human up front to look at those types of admin tasks, but we can validate it on the back end when necessary. We're passing that information right to the underwriter, and it's ready for them as they start their day versus maybe having to wait. That's where we see a lot of value add.
So the speed to market and the quality of the implementation is going to be key. So that's something that I've seen with both programs that we've launched so far.
Because of how Federato just natively, works with endorsement forms and the attachment rules, we have found that we actually learned from their best practices and got to apply that into our ecosystem to make future implementations go even better. And as we're working with forms, we know from a carrier standpoint, that has to be accurate. So we're able to do a lot more QE testing up front to make that trust factor go up even higher now.
We've also implemented some insights into the platform that we haven't been able to gain in the past. So what we didn't have in the past is how long does it take us to actually get a submission to a quote? How does it take us to get submission to bind or quote to bind and then to issue? We have every data point now. We can track month over month, program over program, what the turnaround time, what the trends are. So we can say, hey, it's taken us 4 hours to turn around a quote. Last month, this month, it's taken 12. What's going on? Do we need to adjust something from the system and change it? But it gives us that insight today.
From a technology product side, our customer is a user of the platform. And so I want their experience to be the absolute best that it can be. And Federato really helps us do that. It's just going to allow us to go further and faster together, because now we're not spending as much time on iterating a form or, positioning certain elements on the page. It looks exactly how they expected it from the onset. And again, even in those conversations, we can move on to those higher value tasks together.
From a broker's perspective, it's behind the scenes, right? They don't know what's happening, but what they are seeing is I'm getting faster quotes from you. I'm getting faster declinations from you than I am from other markets.
So how do you ensure that they're able to prioritize and go after the right submissions? And that's where, again, the whole submission ingestion that comes as part of the Federato platform, choosing that platform is key for us. So this is how we support our programs as well.